Hello and welcome to our channel. OdinSchool brings to you a complete tutorial series that serves an introduction to machine learning. Machine learning is a multidisciplinary field of technology that mixes statistics, domain knowledge and computer science together. Being it from Google Translate to self-driving cars, machine learning has made an incredible contribution to the world. So if you want to learn more about machine learning and get a clear understanding of how it works, then this tutorial series is definitely for you. And also, you'll get to follow along and build a machine learning model with us from scratch. So, if you haven't already, then please do subscribe to OdinSchool YouTube channel to show us your support and kindly hit the bell icon so that you don't miss on our newest videos. And remember, stay skilled and stay ahead.
Hello everyone. Welcome to one of the most interesting session and one of the most sought after topic of this century, and which is machine learning. So why machine learning? This machine learning is the red hot topic for today, where not only organizations but people and students and experienced people are just talking about machine learning. They want to know machine learning because it has got huge impact, and we are going to know about this topic and going to learn why people are more interested in knowing this topic, and which we are going to cover in this session. So before we get to know about this topic, let's have a quick round of introduction about my background. I am Krish, and I am having 10 plus years of experience in the corporate world, and I have worked in projects involving different kind of solutions, business solutions, be it machine learning or deep learning or consulting. And I am representing Odin School. Odin School is one of those upskilling platforms which helps you acquire new skills, and it makes you stay updated with the technologies in the market. Okay, now let us see what all things we are going to cover in this session. So we are going to understand what is this machine learning, and next we are going to cover what is the applications of machine learning, or where we can use this machine learning. We are going to know what is machine learning and what is deep learning. Next, we are going to understand what is data, what is the different types of data that is available, and what are variables. And last, we are going to cover structured and unstructured data. So let us start with what is machine learning. So machine learning, as I told you earlier, is one of those topics which is, it's like a piece of hot cake, where not only organizations but students want to know these technologies. Companies want to hire people who are well versed with this technology. So why this is has become hot topic of discussion? Because in machine learning is used in our day-to-day life, day-to-day lives, and machine learning is one thing which we cannot live without, because it has got huge potential, not only for organization but for research and development as well, where you can do and you can do lots of things with this machine learning. Now, the machine learning is the technology, and a person who knows machine learning or who uses this technology, we call that as a data scientist. So in short, we can say data scientists are those people who knows machine learning. So data scientist is one of those one of those career options where people are looking to forward to. And like, be it having you are a fresher, or be it you are an experience having 10 plus years or 15 plus years of experience, people and candidates just want to migrate their career into data science and become a data scientist, because it has got huge number of benefits. Like in terms of salaries, the average salary of a fresher for the data scientist is around starts with 6 lakhs, which is quite higher compared to other industries and other profiles. The education, you can say most of the data scientists have 80% of the people have a master's degree. Okay, and there are people, almost say 40 41% who have a PhD. So education plays a major role for our data scientists. Like, to become a data scientist, you must have a good educational background, not only about graduation, but at least you should have a master's degree. And since this profile is highly paid, so that's why there is huge number of responsibilities for a data scientist. Like, for example, they it's not only about giving doing an analysis and giving a solution. It's like giving an end-to-end solution where the business looks up to a data scientist to give a solution. They will just tell you the problem, and you have to give them end-to-end solution. So that's why it's a very critical role they plays, the role of a data scientist. These are people who are just problem solvers and building like automation tools, which reduces the manual efforts. Okay, so that these are all of the responsibilities, and these are not only limited. Like, whenever you for a data scientist, like business look up to a data scientist as someone who can, it's like a magician who can do some magic with the data, which can give you some solution. Data scientist is someone who not only do like gives you an advanced solution, but also will give you some suggestion, some recommendation, which will benefit your business in the longer run. Okay, and like business, it's the for a data scientist is the bridge between the business and the coders, between the business and the developers. Like, when I talk about a data scientist, they not only work on like advanced analytics or in machine learning, but they are responsible for three things. First is how the data architecture is done, or creating the responsible for the data architecture. Then even it then about the next thing, the next chunk, which is the major part, is about building the models using machine learning or doing some analysis using machine learning. And the third part is how you're deploying the model. So from scratch till finish, that's the role of a data scientist. And that is why, because they have got huge responsibility under their shoulders, they are highly paid in the industry. So this the compensation which I'm talking about is of a fresher, and this is the minimum which a data scientist get, and the max is, you can just imagine. Okay, it is one of the most growing careers, and it is one of the sexiest job of this century. So, and you can see like where we were, and now in this 21st century, like every organization has got a data science division where they are understanding the importance of having a data scientist or having analytics or machine learning in their organization. So that's why the number of jobs has increased a lot compared to other years. Career possibilities, yes, with the with the growth in technologies, more data scientists, they are coming with high advanced solutions. Okay, it's, and not only it's limited to a couple of domains, but it is, we can data science or data scientists can be huge helpful to any other industry. Okay, so there is huge immense potential for this type of profile. The skill set, yes, for a data scientist they should have huge number of skill sets, and it is not only limited to knowing some of the machine learning tools like R, Python, or SAS. They should have data languages like SQL, Hive. So all these technologies they should have knowledge. Okay, again, in terms of visualization, they should have a good knowledge about them, about machine learning, about the arithmetic part, and about statistics. So all these things combine and become a data scientist. So that is the reason, because in order, when you are facing the business, when you are giving the business an end-to-end solution, you should have, first thing is you should have a good knowledge of the business. You should have good knowledge of the domain, and also with that you should have got clear visibility of the about the data, and how the data is looking like, or what the data is saying. And post that you will be able to give some solution to the business. So in order to get that, so that is the reason of the demand of a data center. It's a, like a a full stack developer of is the role of a data scientist, where you go to any business or go in any organization, the business will just call a data scientist. That means my most of my problem are solved, or I will get some benefits from this data. Or like for example, my business is not growing or not going on well, so I will reach out to a data scientist, share my number, share my data, and they will give me a solution based on which I will definitely see some improvement in my business. So that's all about data scientist. Okay, so I have also spoken about the skill set of our data scientist. Now let me talk in detail of what are the skills required to become a data scientist. Yes, the data scientist should have good technical knowledge about one of the tools, be it Python, be it SAS, be it R, or be it Scala. So programming language, so these are required, because without these you cannot use the machine learning technologies. So you must have, and if possible knows not only one but couple of the tools which are used in machine learning. So these are the tools which are used presently, but there are other tools which are still in the development phase, and very soon we can see them in the market. So technical skill set is required, but you should not stay stipulated with these tools only. With the growth in technology and with growth in tools, you have to change and keep on moving from one tool to the other. So that's the future what our data scientist is going to be. Then is about knowledge of statistics and a knowledge of machine learning. So in order to understand what is your business problem and which approach will work in that business problem for that ideal case, you should have a very good understanding of statistics, so that based on the results which you are getting using the machine learning concepts, you are able to interpret the results, and based on that you can explain it to the business. So okay, this is the strategy, or this is the solution where you should apply, or this is the thing that you should apply. Like for example, I have a e-commerce business, and my I'm losing business because each year my sales are going down. So you share my data, and I find, like, based on the data initial analysis, like I've become a data scientist, so they have hired me. So what, I'll just study the data, and based on that I find out, like, people are not visiting the sites regularly, or like they have got a very high churn rate in this website, because of which they are losing business. So I would definitely suggest, get, bring up some reward system or loyalty system in their website, or some discount system, so that the churn rate is reduced. If your churn rate is reduced, you will find your business will start growing, and there will be very less chances of losses when you reduce the churn rate. So this is one of the solution which you can think of for a data scientist. Okay, so for a data scientist, domain shouldn't be specific. Like, I am working on pharma, or I am working on e-commerce, I should be specialized in that. No, nothing. That's not going to help you. You should be cross functional. You should know or have knowledge about different domains, because for a data scientist, problem is doesn't come from one of the domains. It comes from different or multiple domains. So you should have a cross functional knowledge about different domains. Okay, and you should have a understanding of about different analytical functions or analytical tools, and also have a good knowledge of the visualization tools as well. And lastly, as I told you, you should have a good knowledge about the data architecture. Like for example, SQL, which is one of the database language, you should have a very good understanding about that as well, because being a data scientist, you have or you will be responsible, to fetching the data from the source, and from data you will start building the model or doing an analysis. So that is the reason you should have a very good knowledge with SQL or any other or the database languages which are there in the market. Okay, so why machine learning is so important? Because we say like machine learning is hugely important because we can do n number of solution, or we can think of any problem, and machine learning has a solution to that. Be it start from, like, for example, not only it's limited to your smartphones. You look at any you pick up anything, you see machine learning is there and will always be there. So organization cannot think without using machine learning in their day to, or individual cannot think without using machine learning in their day to day life. And we are also not aware like that the back end machine learning is being used. That is the backbone based on which we are making more data driven decision, and we are, our life has become so simple. Like, for example, you are using a smartphone. So why that mobile is called a smartphone? Because at the back end machine learning algorithms are there which are going in, and which you are not aware of. Like, for example, your mobile phone has got a pattern lock, or a facial lock, or a fingerprint lock. So you set the password, and whenever you try some other, pattern or some other face, your mobile doesn't open. So how this technology is working? So again, machine learning is definitely is there at the back end, which is just doing this thing. So there's immense potential in this machine learning which we can think of. Okay, so what is so machine learning? As you can see from this picture, a machine is learning from, reading the book. So how machine learning learns? A machine learns from historic or previous data. Based on that it learns, and based on the historic data which it has learned, it's tried to predict on the future outcomes of the future data. So we can say uh, like, machine learning is that technology which learns from their historic data. It tries to extract different patterns, it tries to extract different information from the historic data, and based on that learning which are received from previous or historic data, it tries to, predict the future outcome. That's what machine learning is all about. Like, just like a human learns from experience, or a human, or when it's a child, it learns based on the studies they do, or read different books based on which it is gaining knowledge. And once it grows, and it's based on that learning which he uses, or which he learns, based on that it uses it, and grows, and is able to work in an organization. Similarly, for a machine learning, it's it learns from different data. So for a human being it is a books. For human being it is about, different knowledge at different standards. But for a machine learning, for a machine, it learns from different occurrences, or different events, or different data which it learns, and based on that it gets its learning and tries to predict the future outcomes. When I talk about machine learning, it's the definition says, machine learning is that knowledge of data science which where you can, do without being explicitly programmed. Without being explicitly programmed, you are creating that action plan. Okay, so this is like you are creating a program, or creating an application without much, programming is involved, and that's the solution of machine learning. Okay, when I talk about machine learning, it's we are talking about machine learning. So what is this machine learning? By machine learning, I mean a machine, I mean a robot, which you are seeing in the picture. But in actuality, it's about a program. I'm talking about a computer program, which learns from their previous or historic data or historic events or occurrences, and based on that it goes and tries to predict the future. So that is about machine learning. Machine learning is that field where we create a program, or we without being explicitly programmed or without putting in much efforts, we you create a program which will make our life easier, which will help in predict the future outcomes very easily. So that is all about machine learning. And not only about making smart decisions or giving out smart outcomes. It's just that based on the historic data, historic patterns, it learns and it predicts. That's all about machine learning. Okay, let's talk about some of the applications there are, and with which we are using in our day-to-day life, which are part of machine learning. Like you have heard about Alexa. What does Alexa do? Alexa is like a voice box which has got an interface or a tool where you just tell Alexa, okay, Alexa, play my favorite music, and Alexa plays your favorite music which you have selected, or which you mostly watch, or which those music which you frequently hear. So that's, so you're just, or for example, if you are asking Alexa what is the score for today's match, and Alexa tells you what's the score. So how this thing is happening? So how, if you're just asking a you are just asking a tool, you're just asking a physical piece, oh, tell me this, and you see, Alexa is giving you decisions correctly. So what is happening at the back end? Definitely machine learning is always there, which is trying to decode what you are asking, and based on that it is giving you the answer which is fine, best suits you. So let me explain you a little in detail. Like I have trained a program based on different text, or like for example, my favorite music, what's the score, like n number of solutions I have taught Alexa. So based on these things, you are going to take this action. Like if someone asks for score, you go to Google, search, and give the score. If someone asks you play my favorite music, you see what is the track which was frequently played, or which is my track which is added as my favorites, and you play that track. So I have set some action points, and based on that I have programmed my model or my program. And whenever I am giving the voice command, that is going click, that's it, that is being, the action is being taken. That is again part of machine learning. Machine first, it's decodes what I am asking, then it converts into text, and from text it is understand like what the text is meaning, and it gives in returns or takes action whichever is suitable or which are in similar in nature. So that's all about machine learning. So that's all about Alexa, how it performs using machine learning. Okay, one more example, be it Twitter or be it Facebook. You have your feed which tells you like what is the most trending topics, or which are the hot news. So how do you think Twitter or Facebook understand like which are the topics that are being trending? So at the back end, again, a machine learning algorithm is going on, a machine learning program is going on, which based on different posts and different different profiles, it understands which are the topics which people have searched for, or which are the news people has looked after for read, and it will give you, so these are the most hot topics for today, or these are the most trending topics for today. Like for example, you have seen in Facebook, like, so these are the hot searches which people are making, or these are the hot news, or which are the trending topics for today. Not only as limited to Facebook or Twitter, and even in YouTube you will get that. So these are the most trending topics. So at the back end, again, machine learning is playing a factor based on different profiles, based on different data. Like for example, there are 10 different people who are searching for one of particular singer. So wanted some news. So and at the back end, yes, machine learning is playing is going on, and based on that it finds out, so this is the topic which people are looking for, and so it gives you in your feed. So this is the most hot topic. Similarly, in YouTube also you'll find like this is the topic where people has played, or this is the most viral video for today, and you get the most trending topic or the most trending video for today. That's how these things happen. At the back end, machine learning is always there. You can think of any kind of thing, and at the back end, machine learning is always playing a role here and there. Okay, so let's now talk about, you buy you do your shopping from your e-commerce website, and whenever you are buying, or whenever you are adding anything in your cart, you get the option, or you get as a pop up, or be it in the just below your cart, you find these are the topics which people have bought together, or these are the topics which people have. So these are the topics which are similar in nature, and which you should buy, or these are the most recommended products for you. So how do you think these things work? Again, this is again part of machine learning. There is a system, there is a program, and there is a type of analysis which we call a recommendation system. It is based on your browsing history, and it is based on the nature how people are buying. Like for example, when I buy a laptop, I make sure I am mostly buying a laptop with a mouse, wireless mouse or Bluetooth mouse, or and a headset. So these are some of the things which are most oftenly bought together. So the program understands which are the things which are bought together. Whenever I am going to that website to buy a laptop, it tells me, okay, so this is the thing people have most bought it together, and you'd definitely like to explore, and it would be good if you can buy that as well. So that is again part of machine learning. Or suppose when you are trying to buy any game for your PS3, PS4, or your Xbox, you see, like if you are searching for on action games, you have selected a couple of the games, and you'll find like these are the games which people are browsing, or these are the things which are people are looking for, and it is going to give you back. So that is again part of machine learning, where recommendation system is working. Okay, so one more thing is like you go to these Netflix, or YouTube, or Amazon Prime, you get like these are the most watched videos, or these are the these so so these are the web series which are hot in demand. So how you're going to understand? So again, machine learning is part of this system which plays an important role to give you these things. One more example which I can talk about is like for example, when you're searching anything in Google. Okay, so it gives you, like for example, I want to find out petrol pump. Okay, just I type in Indian oil petrol pump, and what Google gives you in return is it gives you that location of the petrol pump which is nearer to you. So how do you think you haven't mentioned anything? You haven't given your, okay, give me my so this is my location, and Google tell me which is the nearest location, or which is the nearest petrol pump near me. So maybe your if your location services are active, it will definitely give you that petrol pump which is nearest to you. So this is again part of machine learning, where based on your location, Google understands. So this is the location where you are staying, and when you are looking for a petrol pump, you are always looking for those petrol pump which is nearer to you, and that's the return you are getting. So that is again a smart search which you get in machine learning. Or suppose, like for example, you are typing anything, and it's like four or five words, or 10 four or five words you are trying to search, and by mistake you do some spelling mistake, then you will see always like Google says, did you mean this, or were you referring to this? So this is the thing which you will get in return. So how do you think, like whatever you are searching, it gives you the the correct search results. It's again part of machine learning, because uh, it's again like it understands the language. It is called natural language processing. Okay, so it understand, based on that it has got different search history, and it gives you the correct words or the correct results based on the search things which you are doing. So that is again part of machine learning. Be it anything, machine learning is there at the back end. Or there's one more simple thing, like when you're, you have your Facebook account, you went to your birthday party of your friend, okay, and you clicked a couple of pictures, okay, and you are uploading those pictures for the first time in your Facebook account. So what you do is, you a couple of friends are there, so you start tagging them, okay, first photo and second photo, and it's done. Maybe after a few days you find like you got a couple of more pictures, you do another friend's birthday party or a small gathering, you went and you click pictures, and wherein you are uploading those pictures, you find those friends, like these are there, you'll see like some of the friends are being automatically tagged in your whenever you are uploading the picture. So how do you think that is happening? So this is again a machine learning is working. So where it can talk about facial recognition which is going on, like when you have tagged that person, uh, that program has learned, okay, this with this face, this is this person, and whenever you are uploading a new picture of that person, it will automatically tag that person. This is again part of machine learning. So there is huge and n number of cases you can think of, or you can explore, where you'll find machine learning is playing an important role for these profile, and it is very very interesting, these use cases. So that is the reason, companies and candidates are looking to explore this field, and organizations are ready to expire at huge packages these data scientists. So, one more example which I can talk about is Amazon Go. So, Amazon Go is not hasn't opened in India, but in US there are stores of Amazon where there are boom barriers. You just walk into the stores, okay, whatever based on the different products which are available or in display, you pick any of the product which you have feel like, and you place it in your cart, and you just walk out of the store. Yeah, and you do not have to do anything. You'll find once you walk out from that store, that amount is automatically being deducted. Like for example, you've bought five products, and the price of five products coming out to be say around 2500. So you'll find like 2500 being automatically deducted from your wallet or the linked bank account which is there with this account, with your profile. So how this thing is happening? This is again a real example of machine learning, where you do not have to stand in queue, where do not have to worry about, stand in queue and wait for time till your turns come and you make the payment. So it is completely autonomous which is happening. That is completely machine learning. So while you walk into the store, based on your face, or based on facial recognition, it recognizes you and matches you with the customer ID and your bank account. And when you are browsing, when you're picking up the products, based on object detection, it finds out, so this is the product, or this is the variant ID, or this is the product variant which you are putting into your cart, or just like you put it in a e-commerce website, put it at them in their cart. And when you are just walking out, that means this is the final products which you have procured, and your bill will be prepared based on those products, and it will get automatically deducted. So that's all about machine learning, and here nothing can go wrong, no one can steal, and nothing is going to no one will get overcharged. So there are a huge number of benefits of having these kind of stores which are which has opened up, and very soon we are going to see some of it in India as well. So that's a very huge concept of machine learning. Let's talk about one more interesting thing which is coming of age, the self-driven cars. So how these self-driven cars is working? So this is again part of machine learning which is going on. Machine learning, how machine learning, how it learns. So machine learns is, it's like it's a program which has learned by based on different traffic conditions, based on different use cases. Like if there is any vehicle on the left side, you have to take the right. if there is left and right or guard, you take the straight. So these kind of things which when you're riding, so this is like when you're taking the left turn or right turn. So these are some of the things which the program has learned, and once it has learned, it tries to implement it, and that's all about that's all about self-driven cars, or that's all about machine learning, which is trying to implement, where it, based on the learning it has received, tries to follow. Whenever it makes mistakes, it tries to store again, relearn it, and improve the process. So that's all about machine learning. Having self-driven cars, it will be a very huge benefit. Like, suppose you book a cab, okay, and you just set the destination. You see, like, the cab is coming to your pickup point. It will pick up you. It will pick you up, and it will drop to you the desired destination based on the shortest route or the best route which is possible. That is again part of machine learning. So one more thing is having the shortest route or the best suitable route is based on traffic condition and based on the shortest route it gives you at that time. So that is again part of machine learning, where Google Maps use that. So there are huge number of cases where machine learning is used, and because of the self-driven cars, you can see the number of accidents which happen will get reduced, because if everything is self-driven, there won't be, people will be in a hurry, there won't be, loss of rules or something like that, and you'll have a very safe driving conditions in the roads. Okay, so one more use case of machine learning is the delivery of packages using these drones. So what Amazon is trying is, like, for example, you order a package, and from the warehouse a drone is delivering this package to your doorstep. Okay, so this is again a complete autonomous which is happening, where there is no any delivery guy, or the supply chain. It's going to get reduced, the cost and also manpower, and it is completely done autonomously. So that is again part of machine learning which goes into the picture. So this is what Amazon is trying to do, and very soon we are going to see about this. So this will reduce the error of or reduce the time, and it will reduce the cost for Amazon in terms of delivery partners. So this is again one more important benefits of machine learning. There are a huge number of use cases which you can think about using machine learning. If you are exploring your mobile, you'll find so many use cases of machine learning. Be it like, if you have your smartphone of Apple, then you will have, yeah, it has got a the health app which will give you what are the number of steps that you are taking, and it will just get you comparative with what the previous month you have taken, how many steps, or the previous year what were your steps, and how based on present to the past, what how many number of steps you are taking, more or less. So these are some of the stats you are going to get. How do you think this is happening? So this is again part of machine learning. Or, like, for example, when you are wanting to share any other pictures, you'll find like the most recent and something, most recent contacts, or the people you have talked more is coming up in your list. How that is coming, again, this is part of machine learning which is going on at the background. So that is the reason your mobile has become a smartphone, because it has got huge number of machine learning programs which are working, and you can just think of anything, and machine learning is always there with a definite solution which will make your life easier. Okay, we have talked about machine learning, we have known what is a data scientist. We should also understand what is this data science. So a person who is working on these machine learning concepts is known as a data scientist. But data science as a whole is a very huge thing. Data science, it means a full stack development. Okay, it starts with how your data is being architectured, or how your data is being stored. And that comes like about, when I talk about big data architecture like Hadoop and Hive. Then next comes is how you are creating or storing your data, you're creating the warehouse for this data. That is again data warehousing concepts and all. Next thing, your data is become ready for analysis. Okay, so you are doing the pre-processing and data cleaning part. So that is part of data engineering that you are doing. Okay, that is again part of that's the next step towards data engineering. The next you're going to do, you're doing some exploratory data analysis or descriptive statistics, like finding out insights about the data, correlation between different variables, or finding the trend bit in the data. So this is again goes under EDA, or you can say exploratory data analysis. And finally, when your EDA is done, you go into data modeling. And once your data modeling is all about, you are being a program using these data that you are going to have some, you are using some algorithms and building some model out of it. Okay. So once your model is built, you are, deploying the model in your application or in your platform. Okay, so and your final job is done. So that is the entire architecture for data science. It starts with big data, where your data is flowing or the transaction level data is coming. Next is when you are warehousing the data. The third thing is when the data is warehoused and ready for analysis, you are doing the cleaning part, transformation part. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do is the exploratory data analysis, or the first level of analysis. Then you are building a model out of it and you're deploying it. So this end to end thing is what a data scientist, or is all about data science. And that's what a data scientist is capable of doing and is expected to do. That is the reason why a data scientist is hugely in demand. And in each of these process, they always have a question, like why this is happening, why this has happened, and why. So each of these steps, they definitely have an answer. So that is why this is the most critical and the most important role for an individual. Okay, so let's talk about, we have spoken about data science. But when we talk about, we are talking about AI, or when we are talking about machine learning and deep learning. So there are different things which happen. AI is a bigger umbrella under which machine learning is a part, and under machine learning, deep learning is a part. Like when you are building, for example, a self-driven car, or you are building a facial recognition system, that is part of AI, because it's the whatever analysis that you are doing, it is artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence, what you're doing, you are using some machine learning algorithm for the self-driven cars. In machine learning algorithm, what kind of algorithm you're talking about? I am using deep learning. Deep learning is mostly to do with neural networks. Neural networks is, it's like just like a human brain. It is a bit complex algorithms which are used, and these algorithms are the most efficient to give you a solution. So as a whole, the core part is deep learning. On top of that is machine learning, and the outer umbrella is artificial intelligence. So that is the truckload which we are going to do. And how these the AI is being supported. It is supported by statistics as well as computer science. So these are the two pillars which is supporting AI. Okay, and in our studies and about machine learning, we are going to explore more about deep learning and machine learning algorithms as well. So there are different kind of solutions when which we can achieve using machine learning. The two major type of solution are, one is prediction or regression problem, and the other is a classification problem. So in the classification problem, we apart from these two algorithms, about apart from these two type of solution, we also have a clustering system. So these are apart from clustering, we have got natural language processing as well. So there are different type of solutions which are available, like regression, reinforcement learning, active learning, transfer learning, natural language processing, computer vision. So this is again which your truck, which is supported by statistics and computer science, and on the truckload is done by AI, is responsible for achieving all these things. As I told you, like you have got two types of solution. If it is you are predicting any number, it is called a regression, and if it is all about predicting categorical variable, it's about classification. Apart from that, we have reinforcement learning. What is reinforcement learning? Reinforcement learning is that type of learning where you build one program and the other program learns, recreates itself. You do not have to do anything out of it. Okay, transfer learning is something you build one model, and the second model will get created based on the learning which I have received from the previous model. Natural language processing is all about textual messages, or all about text. Like for example, I'm talking, so that is natural language processing. Like when I'm collecting data from Facebook or Twitter, so that is natural language processing which I'm doing about. So all these things we are going to talk in detail in our next modules. So these are some of the things which we can achieve using this truckload, using statistics, where statistics plays a very core role in deciding which algorithm or which type of analysis you want to do for your business problem. Now we are going to talk about two type of learning. There is two type of learning which are there of machine learning, we can say. So one is supervised learning and the other is unsupervised learning. So when I talk about supervised learning is that learning which is mostly we use in our day-to-day life, or most of our business problem or corporate problem are solved using supervised learning. In supervised learning, there are two types of solutions which we can achieve. One is a regression where we are predicting a number, and the other is a classification when we are predicting a category. Like for example, in the slide that you are seeing, what I'm showing you two images, and I have got a couple of I have a group of fruits which I have labeled, either it is apple or banana, and I have you know uh, trained my program based on that. Like for example, I have given a group three apples and trained my program. So this is how apple looks like, and I have given three bunch of three bananas and told, so this is how the banana looks like. So whenever when I present the group, the I ask my program what it is. It is a banana or an apple, and it very easily will tell you. So this is an apple or a banana. So this is like a tagging is done with my picture, whether it is a banana or it is an apple. Okay, so like for example, this picture is of an apple. I have got three apples, and I have tagged it. This is either can be an apple or a banana. So that is all about supervised learning, where I do the tagging or where I do the labeling. Like is whether it's going, like for example, if I'm talking about e-commerce type of problem, whether this is for this customer is going to be churned or not churned, or whether this loan is going to be a defaulter or not, where yes no is there, or any kind of solution is there. I have tagged that data. So that is all about supervised learning. And unsupervised learning, when there are no tagging done, like I have told, like anything which is yellow in color is a banana, and anything which is green in color is called an orange. So that is all about unsupervised learning, where there is no tagging, but yes, you based on the trend or based on the different characteristics, I will try to understand. Like if it is green in color, I will say it is an apple. If it is yellow in color, I'll say it is a banana. So that's the difference between supervised and unsupervised. One has got a tagging which has to be done, and the other where no tagging is required. That's all. That's the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. Okay, now let's understand what is data. So we are talking about machine learning, the types of machine learning. So, so the base, the things that we require to build a machine learning problem. or to build a machine learning program, the ingredients that is required is data. What is data? Data is anything and something which can be stored and measured. It can be anything. The words which I am talking, or the voice that you are hearing, is again part of data. Okay, the video that you are watching, that is data. Okay, so it can be anything which can be stored or which occupies space is called data. Be it a picture, be it a video, be it a voice, okay, or be it anything is data. It can be of different forms and formats. It can be of numerical format. It can be of graphical format, which is in terms of pictures. It can be it can be a voice format. It can be a video format. It can be a graphical format, or it can be some just observations. It can be just facts. It can be just qualities or quantities. Anything which has which can be stored is called data. So there are, and in terms of size of data, it is growing immensely. If I compare 10 years back, there was very less data that was available. But with the growth in technologies and the growth in with the advancement of technologies, the size of data is growing and still growing exponentially. So that is the reason if you have got huge data that is available, you can do anything that is required or that is possible. So the advantage and disadvantage you can talk about of machine learning is you must have enough data in your kitty in order to build a machine learning problem. So if you have when there is huge amount of data which is available to the world, you just look around and you will see like there is data. You are walking, the number of steps that you are taking is data. The body temperature when you are walking, the heart rate is increasing. Okay, that is BP is growing. That is again part of data. You are sleeping for a couple of hours. That is data. I'm just talking. That is again data. You are reading. That is again the data that you are reading. Okay, you are watching a video. That is again a type of data that you are watching. So data can be of any type and any format. Okay, that is all about data. Yes, the major, I'll just so that is anything that we can talk about. Yes, the two major things which we deal with is can be numbers. So this is one thing we deal with, and the other is categories. Like it can be text, it can be alphabets or anything which is non-numeric is all about that is string that we talk about. So these are the two things which we deal with. One is numbers and the other is string. One is numeric, the other is categorical. So these are the two things which we are mostly dealing with or which we do in our day-to-day life. Be it supervised or unsupervised, we do these kind of where we deal with either be it a number or be it a string. Okay, so that is the thing which we use in our day-to-day life. Okay, now we are going to understand what is structured and what is unstructured data. Now, from the picture, it is pretty clear. So, you from this, it is completely, in line and it is, or place it in an orderly manner. So, that is all about structured data. What is unstructured? Nothing is organized, disorganized. So, that is again part of unstructured data. So there are that is unstructured because it is not organized in a proper way. So we can say structured data is something which can form a tabular format or which we can import it or we can export it in an Excel format which can have a tabular format. So that is all about structured data. Unstructured data doesn't have any tabular format. It can never be, it can be exported in Excel, but it won't have any structural format. Like for example, structured data, like for example, you are just like you are having customer information, like you're having the customer ID. Suppose you are having the customer ID, customer name, and customer details that is available in your system. So that is the structured data. For unstructured data, like I am fetching the, say the last 20 Twitter feeds of yours. So that is again part of unstructured data, and that falls under natural language processing. Okay, like and structured data, the advantages of structured data because is like it acquires very less space because it is in a proper way, and it to analyze and work with structured data is it's easier compared to unstructured data. In unstructured data, it requires more space because it is not arranged properly. And working with it requires a lot of time, and it's a bit complex because pre-processing or data cleaning has a very major step in unstructured data. Suppose, for example, you have got your almirah, okay, and you have arranged your clothes in a proper and in a specific way so that whichever you feel like you can pick it up. So first thing is the space, the number of clothes that you're putting into the almirah. It's like you can put in lots of clothes inside your almirah if it is placed in a proper way. And whichever you feel like, you can just select based on the location which you have put in. Suppose your almirah, the clothes that you're putting is not arranged properly or not folded. It's just getting dumped. So you'll find like your almirah doesn't have space to accommodate more clothes. And whenever you feel like picking up or drawing any shirt or any pant, you will have to have a very difficult time, and it will take a lot of time to fetch that dress of yours. So similarly for databases, if your data is in a structured format, it will require less space, and it will be very easy to manage and work with. And if it is unstructured, definitely you are going to have a very hard time to working with unstructured data. Okay, unstructured data can be like like the Facebook post, or or for example the Twitter data, or your the mobile information, or the mobile logs or system logs, anything that is all about unstructured data. Like for example, there one like your system information plays a very major role where it is completely unstructured, but it gives you huge information of how your system is, or what are the things you should take up or you should improve to improve the performance of your model of your mobile. That is all about structured and unstructured data. Okay, so what all we have covered uh, in this session? We have talked about what is machine learning. We have known who is a data scientist and why they are of much importance. We have known the different applications of machine learning. We have known what is machine learning and deep learning, structured and we have also covered what is supervised and unsupervised learning. We have known what is data. Okay, different types of variables. We have known like the different type of variables are categorical and numeric. We have also known the structured and unstructured data. Okay, so these are some of the things which we have covered in this session today. Thank you for watching our session. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and place the bell icon to keep yourself updated with the upcoming videos. Catch you again in the next session. Thank you very much.